We are live.
Are we? Are we
I
really
think
live?
so, yeah.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah, we're here.
Why does my glasses always look crooked on the top of my head? There we go. We're not going to discuss the top of heads this morning, are we? Good morning. How are you?
Hope
Oh, you
everybody's
need
doing
coffee.
well. Yeah, I've got a little bit left.
Go get you a
I've
sip.
already had a cup. Forgive me.
You had a whole cup? Good morning, y'all. How you doing this morning? It is Saturday,
It is
June.
19th.
Is it? No, it's the 20th.
I missed a whole day.
Wasn't busy. Busy running ears. Go get you a cup of coffee.
I'm good right now. I get it in right.
What are you gonna fake drink all the morning when we're
No, I
having
would
coffee with
never
our
do
friends?
that for.
You just gonna bring it up to the ooh, this is good.
We don't do anything fake live. What you see is what you get. I've got this much cup of coffee in my cup.
Good morning. Y'all get a cup of coffee if you ain't got one already. And if you don't
And
drink
it's cold.
go get some coffee.
Anyway,
Here, I'll get it for you.
No,
It feels weird you not having coffee during our
I've got
coffee
coffee.
conversation. That's just a spit. I'm drinking coffee, y'all.
Talk to the folks out there.
We're talking, it's chit-chatting. It's not scripted. We're just drinking coffee together. How are y'all this morning?
Hope everybody's doing well. It's a sunny day.
Good morning,
cool.
mushroom coffee here. Ooh, I have some mushroom coffee in my pantry. I can't remember what kind it is, but I hadn't tried it yet. Because I always have real coffee. So I'm like, I'll try it when I run out. I don't run out of coffee. Go ahead. It's cool.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't
it's
talking.
cool.
I wasn't saying anything.
Sorry. Good morning.
No.
Cool. It's cool.
No, it's 65 degrees up on the mountain here. It's sunny.
Is it really?
Yeah.
This is me trying to see the thermometer outside the window.
It feels good.
How y'all doing? Did you guys have a good week this week? Did you have anything exciting happen?
It rained.
A lot. But that's a good thing sometimes, and it's a bad thing sometimes, especially when you're trying to put solar on the roof. I told you last Sunday we weren't going to discuss it.
No, one day it rained about 2 inches in about 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I can be exaggerating a little bit, but let me tell you, there was some big water coming out of the sky.
It was in buckets.
Yeah.
Literally in buckets.
Yeah.
And it scared me because lightning was popping all over, and I was trying to move this stuff in from the deck. And it just happened like, whoop.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Was that all night or did it stop?
I don't know.
I know I was mad because I wanted to go in the pool.
I'm sure the sun came out after that.
It was nighttime. I've been blessed with a rare day at home. Oh, God bless you. Those are fun, aren't they? I love my house and I love my property and I don't like leaving, but I work from home. So I kind of have every day at home, but there's the rare day where I can stay unplugged all day long. And those are so much fun. We get a lot done.
I think there's times when we're like, okay, we want to leave and just go do something and get out of the house. But
because I don't want to cook.
But then once we get out, we're like, man, I can't wait to get back home.
Absence does make the heart grow fonder.
It does.
I had that exact same. I don't know if you noticed, we had errand day yesterday, y'all, after work.
It's so exhausting.
I know there was one point, I think Timmy looked at me in the parking lot, and I just had that. I can't even fake a smile anymore at that point in time. I've done peopled. I'm in pain typically because I've walked so much and my back and my knee hurt. Yeah. And I'm just done. I'm done spending money. I'm done with customer service or the lack thereof. I'm done. And last night, I remember Timmy looking at me, and I probably had this hideous look on my face, and it was the done look.
Yeah.
And when I'm done, I can't even talk to family members after that. We came home. It wasn't even, was it 7:30?
It was late.
It was early for going to bed, though, and being under 90, it was early for going to bed. So I went to bed. I'm like, I'm done. And then Lyndon comes in. It's still daylight out. She goes, is this it? Are y'all just going to go to bed now? Because she has this thing called Late Night Friday.
But it's late night Friday.
But it's late night Friday, and we'll stay up and watch a movie and have popcorn. And, I've worked hard all week, and we get late night Friday. And that did not happen.
No.
Too much rain, but it's God's plan, and guided and saved by his grace. Amen.
That's right.
We'll figure out something to do with all that water, won't we, honey?
Well, out here it just runs down the hill.
But sometimes we try to plan anyways what we're going to talk about. And sometimes it just happens. And I woke up at 4 this morning, 5. I went back to bed, just so you know. I haven't been up that early. Because I said, it's Saturday, Amber. All you have is coffee chat and you can work afterwards. Go back to sleep. You don't have to be at the desk at 6 o'clock. And I had this headache. Really icky headache. And I have severe. And God bless my daughters do too, food chemical allergies. Lyndon, since birth, has had fragrance allergies. Lyndon can't even go down the cleaning aisle at the grocery store. As a matter of fact, we were just talking about, we ran errands yesterday, and Timmy and I were trying to find something. They remodeled the Walmart, and we can't find nothing no more. I mean, it's nice, but we can't find nothing. I went to the one lady. I said, do you know where the bread aisle is? I can't find it. Seriously, the bread aisle is a big aisle. You shouldn't be able to miss it. But anyhow, I sent Lyndon to the pet aisle to go get something for her chicken. And she said, I found her because she was gone for a long time. And I found her, and she says, Mom, they put the pet aisle right next to the cleaning aisle. I can't go down there. And because it gives her an instant headache. She can't breathe. Her eyes start watering. I mean, it's bad. Remember when we took her to the mall when she was a baby?
Yeah.
And what is that store, y'all, that sprays that perfume all the time, like Abercrombie or something like that? Abercrombie.
You're asking me. I don't know.
The one that smells so bad your eyes burn when you walk in the door, and it's all, anyways.
You can be walking down the middle of the mall, and they'll,
it really does.
Out there and let you get a whiff of it. You go, I like that. Of course, you can't see the hives on your face, but.
So anyways, Lyndon was a baby, and we were pushing her in a stroller, and we're looking at her, and all of a sudden it's like bloop, 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 bloop. She's breaking out in a rash from head to toe from all of the sprays and everything. So we couldn't go to stores. We couldn't go to the mall anyways. And I can't take her down the cleaning aisle. That's how sensitive she is. But that said, it hasn't been a bad thing, because that forced us. I mean, there's times you want to do something for your health and you do it, but then when you run out of time or you're not feeling up to it, you just go ahead and buy whatever from the store. Abercrombie in Flint. Yes, that's it. That's the store. And it's horrible. And it was give me headaches, but it made our daughter break out in hives every time we tried to go buy it. Didn't even walk in it, drove by it, walked by it. So that's how bad it was. Anyhow.
Oh my goodness.
I would get to a point. You should
I know. When you said
we
just drive by it and get it. That's bad.
It. Well, I had a stroller, so it's kind of like a drive-by.
You were driving by. Driving the baby by.
Sticking to it. Anyhow, and then so we go back. We revert back to the old habits, the old ways, whatever, because it's convenient, right? But with Lyndon, we couldn't. It was literally her health, or I made it from scratch. That's all there was to it. And of course, back then, there wasn't all the organic brands that there are now to choose from. And even some of those are really heavy with fragrances. Anyway, so it was a good thing. Her allergy was actually a good thing, because it stopped her from being exposed to all of those neurotoxins and petrochemicals and synthetic fragrances and everything that aren't good for us anyhow. But
they need all that to make it smell good. Or do they?
I roll, yes. Those chemicals, again, neurotoxins, if you think neuro, they're toxic to your brain, y'all. But they also have huge effects on your organs, your allergies, just your cognitive function, everything. And we don't realize it until you're away from it. I was the queen of wanting everything to smell perfect. I thought that I had the perfect fragrance combination of our laundry detergent and fabric softeners way back in the day. And I would only get those two brands and blend them together. And everybody's like, oh, it smells like Amber's house. It smells like Amber's house. Not realizing what I was doing to my family. But also, when you're around all those scents and plugins all the time, remember the one that I had to get was the apple plug-in, and it made the house smell like cinnamon apples, and they were literally in every outlet throughout our whole home.
You mean back when we used to walk around like zombies?
Exactly.
We didn't even know what we were doing.
It desensitizes you. It really does.
It smells so good. Oh.
Yeah, but this whole coffee conversation isn't about that. I know it kind of got way off track.
Yeah, you did.
That's because you didn't get coffee and you just threw me for a loop. I'm a coffee bully. Peer pressure into drinking coffee.
Twist your arm.
But you don't realize it while you're in it, how bad it's making you feel until you completely remove all of those synthetic scents and fragrances and neurotoxins and chemicals from your life. And then you go back around it. I can't be in that environment anymore. A fat has such a negative impact on my health. And so that's not a bad thing. But when you're in it, I like smokers. If you know any smokers in your life, they lose all sense of smell. They can't smell how bad they smell. Their tobacco. I used to smoke, so I can say this. You lose it. It kills your sense of smell. Then when you quit smoking, you're away from it. Man, I can smell cigarette smoke from 5 miles away. It's horrible, and I can't be around it. It's, some of the worst critics of smoking are former smokers, and it's true.
Well, I mean, today you've got the vapors and all the different scents and everything.
Oh,
and I mean, you can be 2 or 3 cars back at the red light, and somebody can blow out. I mean, it'll look like
but it does affect
a forest fire coming out their window, and it'll come right into your window. You're like, ooh.
Okay, so that's not the point either. The point is earlier, my headache. Yeah, the raspberries. So the headache, y'all, 2 days ago, was it yesterday I woke up feeling horrible? We went to Dollywood for Father's Day. And we went there, our
Thursday.
daughter. No, we didn't go Thursday.
No, you woke up Thursday.
Feeling
like you got run over by a truck.
Yeah, like I had the flu. But Wednesday we went to Dollywood. And if y'all ever been, because Ashlyn, our daughter-in-law, works there. She's been this is her 10th year, and she gets us tickets. That's why we could afford to go. We couldn't afford to go. We didn't have Ashlyn. And they have this, people will stand in line for 2 hours to get their cinnamon pull-apart bread. It's amazing. And it comes in this little aluminum loaf that they bake it in.
Yeah.
And which is, I never cook in aluminum, so that's kind of should have been my first sign. Second sign is it's gluten, and me and gluten are not friends. But they pour this cinnamon sugar all over it, and then they give you that little cream cheese frosting
to dip in
it, and apple butter to dip in it, and it's good.
I didn't eat any, and I still felt bad the next morning.
But the next morning, in the middle of the night, I woke up and I, like, you know, if you sleep on your side too long, your arm goes to sleep and it hurts. I kept doing that. I'm like, oh, I must be sleeping too long, knowing I wasn't sleeping too long.
Both of our arms were asleep.
Both of my arms felt horrible. And the next, when I woke up yesterday morning, would you stop?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. I woke up yesterday morning. It's like, I feel like I have the flu. I couldn't lift my arms high enough to work on my keyboard to work throughout the day. I ate from head to toe. I didn't want anybody touching my skin. It was horrible. And I was like, I felt like I asked him, I said, did you make me do push-ups in the middle of the night? Then I asked that. I said, did you make me do push-ups in the middle of the night?
It was that darn Dollywood cinnamon bread.
And it took me a moment. I had to retrack everything I did because I did the prior week. I got some new weights. I bought my little arm weights for myself because Amber is trying to move more intentionally, not an accident. And I did a bunch of arm exercises. Even I'm like, I can't lift my arms. It hurt so bad I overdid it.
Oh man.
Have you ever done that? Worked out so hard that you just can't move?
Yeah.
Well, I was like that before I even went to bed. Knew I overdid it. But that's what I felt like. So I'm like, did you make me do push-ups in the middle of the night? I said, I feel horrible. And I hurt bad all day long. And I was like, what did I eat yesterday? Well, for lunch, we had a decent, for convenience fast food at an amusement park. Dollywood is ranked like in the top 10 in the United States, or even, and they might be like the top 5 because they have Southern cooking. For instance, lunch, we had roasted half chicken. It wasn't fried. It was roasted with fresh herbs. You had collards, baked beans, corn. What was that? Corn pudding you had?
No, I had cheese, cheddar cheese.
Cheddar cheese grits.
Stone ground grits.
Grits. And then I had a corn chowder soup, a garlic drop biscuit, and then for dessert that came with it, strawberry shortcake. And it was a real biscuit cut in half.
That was old-timey stuff there.
Yeah, they have good eating. And so we shared it. Like that one meal we shared with three of us. Morgan, Linden, and me shared one, and then Timmy had his own. Skinny man had his own.
I didn't even eat it. I was like,
you didn't eat it. You killed that joker.
What, the chicken?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I ate the chicken.
And the collards,
and the grits and the collard greens. I mean,
and the biscuit. So what part did? Oh wait, you didn't eat the strawberry.
I didn't eat the strawberry. I'm like, man, that's a poor man's cake there. When you got to put strawberries on a whole biscuit.
That's what strawberry shortcake is.
Oh, it is.
Oh, you think it's those little round things that come molded out in plastic at the grocery store?
Hey, yeah. I mean, that's what.
With Cool Whip.
Yeah. That's how I was raised. Oh, yeah. We used to eat it on pound cake, though.
I doubt.
Pound cake and biscuit, that's totally different.
No, you ate those little round things because every time you want strawberry shortcake, that's exactly what you're thinking about. That is not what that is.
Well, my grandma used pound cake.
Let's get to the point.
Okay.
The point is that food was poison to me, and my body rejected it in a major way the next day. And I was kicking myself because I knew better. And it's the gluten in me, not all gluten, not all wheat. It's y'all help me. What is the horrible, horrible stuff they spray? Glyphosate?
Glyphosate.
Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
I muck it up every single time.
I'm just throwing one out there. Hopefully,
and all the Roundup that they
get
put
something. Reel it in.
It's poison.
There it goes, right there.
Yes.
Look at that.
Okay, now can you say it? The Dollar Tree was like the kitchen organs for my compartment. Hang on, Timmy, you're getting in trouble.
I know how to do it, don't I?
Okay, I'm sitting here. I'm going to read y'all's comments after we're done, so I don't sit here and just go like this the whole time, not talking, just reading everybody. I gotta just a second. I don't know what's wrong with us this morning. You okay?
No, I ain't okay.
You need assistance. So we're gonna start. We hadn't even started, y'all. That we just been goofing. I'm gonna let Timmy start with his scripture because we've been talking about this for a while. Let me I'm gonna let Timmy share the scripture with y'all, and we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes of this. But I need coffee. I'm not like this one over here.
Yeah, this verse is out of 1 Corinthians chapter 6, 19 and 20. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies. Ooh. Yeah. Well, I'm going to be the first one to say I'm not doing that right. I don't think there's a whole lot of folks out there that do it, but I think that's a struggle for all of us, especially in today's world
Well, and it's always a
as
struggle.
consumers. Yeah.
And the thing is, we're never going to get it right, y'all. Never. But that doesn't mean we stop trying. I mean, if I got it right, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you, having coffee, looking like I do. I didn't get this big because, eating salads. I was gluttonous. And I still am at sometimes. You just heard me talk about what we ate at Dollywood Wednesday, along with that cinnamon bread when I got home. And food, I am an emotional eater, and I have a lot of emotions, as you can tell. And sometimes food is my focus, and it shouldn't be. And go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, I think sometimes we over consume in
we're gluttonous.
the taste, because things taste good, and it's just, oh, I want more of that. And
they're made to be addictive.
Yeah.
They're made to, and I don't think, how we see food right now is not how food was intended to be at all.
No.
Food has become our obsession, literally. It's become our addiction. It's become our crutch. It's become our whoopee, our emotional support food. And that's not how it was designed to be. God created it to nourish and sustain us. And everything that we're putting in our mouth is doing completely opposite of that. Intentionally. Intentionally. We're being fed poisons. We're being fed convenience. We're being fed lies. And we're not being fed nutrition at all. And this is the part that kills me. Is about Wednesday when I woke up, or Thursday when I woke up feeling horrible. The guilt that came with it, because I knew better. I knew not to eat that stuff because I knew I would feel bad. I didn't realize I'd feel that bad, but I knew I would feel bad. And at what point in time is it worth it? When you start realizing your diabetes, your obesity, your, ADHD, your whatever chronic illness you have here is a direct link to the food that you've been eating, because it's all convenience food. It's all crap. It's the standard American diet. It's sad. At what point in time do we say it's not worth it anymore or make the changes? And we're not, nobody's going to be perfect. I ain't going to tell you that you have to go and make every single thing from scratch. Would it be best for you if you could? Yeah, absolutely. Because your body would be in one where it's supposed to be. You wouldn't feel horrible every single day. Is that realistic? Heck to the no.
Well, we'd starve to death, wouldn't we?
We would be exhausted, first of all. And we'd probably starve to death because we couldn't make it all ourselves. And well, we wouldn't starve to death. We'd be eating something. We'd give up and go back to Wally World. And yes, I would love to support other grocery stores. That was just not in our plan yesterday between home and where we had to go.
Well, I mean, I guess if the food industry just somehow vanished tomorrow and stopped producing food,
then we would all starve. Then we would all starve. Absolutely. I just took a bite of my donut. I guess I should have put it back in the box. I'm feeling guilty. Thanks to me. Don't feel guilty. That's not what we're here to do. You pray about that. And I think that's too why we're supposed to pray over our food before we eat it, because it's supposed to be nourishing to our bodies. It's not supposed to be satisfying some addiction that the food industry helped create. But I have adverse reactions to the chemicals they put in our food. I'll wake up in the morning, my eyes will be swelled shut, or my lip will be like this, or I can't move half of my mouth. And we laugh at it now. It's not funny.
No,
it's my body reacting negatively to the food that I consumed. And at one point in time, do we say it's enough? Because what are these foods? What is convenience costing us? if we felt better and we had more energy, we were healthier, we could do things without, oh, well, like yesterday when I was shopping, I was in so much pain with my back and my knee, I couldn't hardly move. What could I accomplish in my life if I didn't have those obstacles in my way?
Are you asking me?
I don't know if that was rhetorical or not. I'm trying to think. But it's like, what is convenience costing us?
It's costing our health. I mean, our lives. I mean, the food that we're putting in our bodies is just it's taken over our mind. I mean, our brains aren't functioning properly. I mean, I know I feel it. You know, I'm no spring chicken. You know,
Gifted garden plants. No, you're not a spring chicken.
I used to be able to eat a can of Chef Boyardee and man, go out and I'd ride my bicycle, jump ramps, go bull frog gigging, and I mean just do all kind of crazy stuff. Never slow down.
The thing is though, the bad decisions of back then, what is it costing the older Timmy now?
Yeah, the older Timmy. There is an older Timmy now.
The no spring chicken Timmy.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do about it?
Yeah, what are we gonna do about it? I'm just repeating what Amber says. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm. Here's what happens with me. Is we will eat good, we'll start feeling good, and then we're like, oh, I think I need to treat myself to something. Let's go to Andy's and get a turtle sundae.
They ain't gonna know what that is.
Or
well,
you want to treat yourself, and that's the worst thing you can do. Is
I got more coffee, y'all. I had to get it up on the fire. Well, that's so. I watched Drew Carey. Y'all remember Fat Drew Carey? Some people might not remember, and we got a younger generation that hangs out with us having coffee. So Drew Carey, y'all don't even know. I haven't had TV in so long. I don't know if he's still.
Welcome to the animal.
Cue the dogs. If he still does a game show on TV anymore. Anyhow, he used to. And he used to do Whose Line Is It Anyways?
Hey.
What was the Wheel of Fortune? No. What's the other one where you spin the wheel? Family Feud? No, shoot.
Let's Make a Deal.
Is it Let's Make a Deal?
I'm just throwing one out.
I thought he took over Bob Barker. What was Bob Barker, y'all?
Price is Right.
Price is Right. There we go. You probably don't know who Bob Barker is too for some of y'all. But anyhow, he started out really chunky. And he was a comedian and he's hilarious. And I've always loved Drew Carey. Well, then he lost a ton of weight. I mean, over 100 pounds ton. I don't know if he had surgery or whatever intervention that he had, but he lost a ton of weight. And he started doing marathons.
He just started running. I ran.
Please go get coffee.
Go get some coffee.
Oh my gosh, he's getting coffee. So, anyhow, I didn't mean to go off who's Drew Carey. This isn't what that's about at all. But he lost a ton of weight. And he was saying after every marathon, he would reward himself by going and getting pizza. Because that's one of the things he denied himself from when he was, on his healthy living journey. And he goes, one time he went to go get the pizza after running the marathon. He just realized that pizza wasn't a reward. It was a punishment. And just like Timmy's saying, oh, we're eating good and we're doing really good. And mind you, we keep going up and down this little healthy living roller coaster. We never stop trying, but there's times that we just get lazy or we want to treat ourselves or we get back into that addiction habit of the sugar and stuff. And we want to treat ourselves for doing good. And it's not a treat. It is a punishment. And it does make you hurt. Point B, my horrible feeling this week. And even this morning with my headache, we ate yesterday. I didn't have sugar, but we were on the road. And we went to a Japanese place. And they use tons and tons and tons of flavor enhancers and such in all their food. And I woke up this morning just with this pounding pressure headache.
Yeah.
And then, of course, what do you do after that? You take some ibuprofen or something else. I don't.
It's probably the sugar and the sodium.
I didn't have sugar yesterday.
No, there's sugar in the food.
Oh, yeah. And then the dipping sauces, that
Yeah.
orange, pink dyed stuff that you put your
Mhm.
little fried wontons in. Fried wontons. And the oil that's nasty.
Mhm. Hydrogenized. Stay away from it.
Yes. Matter of fact, I did order some lard this morning because we don't have no more. I just had to throw that out there. Well, when he mentioned the oil, he's like, "Do we have any more tallow?" And I said, "I think we do, but we don't have enough to do what I want."
If you want to fry something and you use tallow, it will come out so good and crispy and light. Oh man, it's
Inner tallow commercial here. This is not a paid endorsement.
yeah.
Since those days of your youth, industry has added a lot of additives to your food. Yes, absolutely. That's the thing too. The wheat that we have now, the bread that we're eating now, and if y'all are just like, this is the first time you're hearing this, one, I'm sorry, but I'm glad you're finally hearing it. It has been adulterized. It is toxic. It is not bread. It is not nourishing food. It is not the same grains and bread that they were eating 50 years ago, 100 years ago, back in the Bible. I mean, bread is not bad, but the stuff that we're eating today is. So you can get some ancient grains and you can do sourdough and fermentation to help break it down. Your body will thank you, first of all, and it won't have the same effects on you as buying grocery store bread. I don't even know. I don't want to know what that stuff is.
I'll tell
that
you
they
what
sell
it
on the
is.
shelves. It's poison.
It's poison. I watched a reel the other day with a guy. He took a slice of bread and he soaked it in water. And this killed me here. He picked that thing up and wrung it out like this and then opened it back up like it was a pair of shorts, and it did not fall apart. And that was, I'm not going to say the name brand of the bread, but.
Good morning, honey. Steve, we were talking about the convenience foods and how horrible they are for us. His wife is the queen of sourdough. Steve, when y'all going to move down here? I want you and Mary Lou to come down here and live by us. I want you to be my neighbor.
Be my neighbor.
Yes, because they're just,
there's some land for sale right down the street.
There is.
Yeah.
And we would love to have y'all as neighbors. Yeah. And then your wife can bake the whole community sourdough bread.
Right.
And we'll buy it from her and barter with y'all.
Yeah.
But the food is toxic and the convenience is killing us. So what do we do about it? We need to detox our bodies and clear our mind somehow, some way. Y'all, we need to help each other on this journey because I didn't come here with a plan. I just wanted to talk about how bad the food was making me feel. Yeah, and what convenience was doing.
We got to figure out the other part.
Okay, so I still have this hair in my eye, y'all. Hang on
just imagination. There's nothing there. She does like this sometimes too. There's nothing there.
You've lost your mind. He loves me. He really, really loves me.
I'm like, what are you doing?
So wait, my friend Courtney Candace Queen, I talked about her the other day in a video that I was doing. If y'all haven't had a chance, please go to the regular videos on our YouTube channel, not the lives, but the other ones. We started this new series called Messy in the Middle Mondays. Say that 3 times fast.
No, I'll mess it up.
And they are more like instructional. They're not where we just sit and have coffee and chit chat. They're just where I actually teach things that I'm learning. And I was talking about Courtney Candace Queen. Can't say her name without doing the whole thing. And she has this website called butterforall.com. She knows how much I plug that joker. Always talking about her. She's an amazing friend. She's a beautiful woman inside and out. She's an amazing chef. Her husband was one of the CEOs with Whole Foods. I'm not quite sure if he still is with the company, but she has nothing but nice things to say about Whole Foods. And anyhow, she is it's this underground bartering farmers market type situation. I need to plug into her to find out how they do it, where they do it, how to get that started. But you get fake money, almost like Bitcoin, and you use it to barter. And there are things that you aren't really legal to sell in her state, like whole milk and fermented foods and such like that. But she said that's huge. It's huge. And they all get together and it's all natural. There's nothing, there's no crap stuff. There's no plastics from China. There's no store-bought things. There's no people bringing in produce from the state farmers market, just like Walmart, and reselling it with the barcode labels on it. That's a big thing, by the way, y'all, farmers markets. And they do that. And she does very well with her bartering and trades and such. I need to find out what that business model is.
They should at least peel the little sticker off the fruit.
I knew he was going to do something like that. We'll talk about that a different day. The truth behind farmers markets. I actually have an article on my website that it's due for an update, but I think people should be aware of that. Just because they say, oh, yeah, I bought it from a farmer, it's got to be good. Speaking of, I'm going to do a little side road right here. My friend Lori Neverman from Common Sense Home, she's in Wisconsin. Her and her family went strawberry picking. They're in a different growing zone than we are, and their strawberries are just coming right. She said that there were so many chemicals sprayed on those strawberries that all their mouths went numb and they had reactions to eating those strawberries when they went picking yesterday because they're sprayed so much. And it's one of the only you pick places around there. And it's true. I mean, it's hard.
Strawberries are part of the Dirty Dozen, right?
Mm-hmm, they are.
Well,
but this is a farm that used to not do that. And now it does. So just because you get it from the old, farmer down the road doesn't mean you're getting necessarily healthy food either. Most of the time it's, conventionally grown instead of organically grown. And there's a lot of nasties sprayed on it because they overwork the soil and then it has pest and disease. And then they're told by the government what to spray at what times. But I don't want to seem hopeless because we're never hopeless. We have hope. But we need to start somewhere by reducing the convenience foods from our life so we don't feel like crap all the time.
Yeah. How about a nice detox?
We got to eat something while you're detoxing. What you going to eat? About a can of Oreos? Or would you say spaghetti can of Oreos?
No.
Not a can of Oreos. That sounds good too.
Chef Boyardee, man.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. You got to eat something when you're detoxing. Where do you start?
Yeah.
I think I would love to be your neighbor. Fermented everything, clean as veggies and greens we can collectively grow. Yeah, hey, y'all, there's land around here for sale. Come on, let's go. I'm ready.
Yeah.
We'll start doing our bartering club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eat a nice kale
the
sandwich.
Fake food still sold at farmers markets here. It is. The fake food is sold at farmers markets, which is sad. What'd you say?
I said, eat a nice kale sandwich.
I do good things with kale. Thank you very much. I got to go pick some today, matter of fact. I want to make a kale salad. And then you have those videos out there that tell you how eating plants is bad for you and eating fruits and vegetables is bad for you. That it actually, oh my gosh.
They want you to not know which way to go. They're going to tell you, no, that stuff's not, that kale, eating veggies is not good for you.
Honey, if it comes from the earth and it's not adulterated with tons of chemicals and sprays and God made it for food, chances are it's not going to be bad for you and kill you. Everything in moderation. If you're listening to any type of diet guru out there that omits a food group, omits meat, omits dairy, omits vegetables, omits fruits, might not be the best one to follow.
Right. He's probably just trying something different anyway. He's like, well, maybe
whatever the new thing is. But yeah, we gotta stop. If we really want to feel better and treat our body as a temple. Oh, can we get off on that for a minute? Can we go down that road just for a moment? Can we talk about Wednesday nights at church?
No.
Come on. I'm going there.
No. I'm not
I am
participating in this.
am going there. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, first of all, let me do my little disclaimer. We have at our church, we have Wednesday night suppers where we have fellowship together. It is amazing hearing everybody. It's the only time my family eats together other than holidays. We all, our daughters, our son, his wife, our friends, we all get together at this really long bunch of 6-foot tables put together and have fellowship before we have service. Love it. Love it. It's the only time our family gets together on a weekly basis to have dinner together. It is amazing. The church provides dinner, and I know it's expensive because we're at like 200 people now, and you don't get just a little teaspoon of this or a teaspoon of that, y'all. You get full, and the ladies of the church all bring dessert, and that's the only thing that the outside people bring in is typically desserts. And it's better than Cracker Barrel. It's better than the Golden Corral. It has like a whole 2 6-foot tables filled with desserts. And I'm talking, they all outdo each other. It's a good thing. But talk about
Here comes the but.
What's the scripture?
There's always a but.
Here's the but. What is the scripture? Say that. I want you to reread it. Read it. You can do scripture. I ain't asking you to say nothing bad about the church.
Are temples.
Read it.
Do you know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. That's what gets me right there. You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies. Honor God with your body.
Now, we can take that several different ways, and there's a lot of different meanings, but the one that we're referring to right now is about, what we're putting into our bodies as far as food consumption. And you will hear a lot of chatter amongst the older members of the church talking about the gluttony of the younger members of the church. And you will see a lot of people, kids and adults alike, and they have their little styrofoam plate piled as high as they can get, and they're not even taking what they'll eat. They're throwing half of this stuff away because it's kind of like a buffet line. Nobody serves them. You can go, and we'll have, for instance, like Mexican night, and there's a local Mexican restaurant that helps provide the food, but I'm sure we pay for it too. We do a lot of the other nights. I'm not 100% certain about Mexican night because the owners of the restaurant are members of our church, so they might donate it. But typically, our church spends over $1,000 every Wednesday on this food for the community. And we just don't have church members. We have homeless that come there and eat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's open to everybody. There's nobody that's turned away. But the people in line getting there's meat, there's 2 different types of shells. There's the melted cheese, there's shredded cheese, there's guacamole, there's sour cream. I mean, it's like the whole Mexican.
It's a Mexican lineup. That's what it is.
I just kicked him under the table. Y'all didn't see that. But anyhow, people have their plates piled high. Then they get a whole nother plate for dessert. And they don't get just one dessert. It's normally 4 or 5 on each plate for one person. And it's ridiculous. And it makes me sad to watch it. And I'm not saying I've never done it. If there's something that I like, I'm like, ooh, I want a little bit of this. I want to try her cake. I want to try that cobbler. I want to try. And, I'm guilty. I'm right there with them. I'm not sitting there pointing a finger at everybody else. I'm trying to pick the plank out of my own eye. Yeah, pointing the finger. And it's sad because right after that, then we go in and to the service in the sanctuary, and we listen to scripture and talk about how to treat our bodies as temples of Christ. And I have to reflect back going, did we just do that in the other room? Did we really treat our bodies as a temple of Christ in the other room? And it kind of hits you. It makes, it makes you feel guilty. It's like, I don't think I did. And then, of course, specifically after Mexican night, and there's Italian night too, I wake up with a horrible migraine or a horrible headache because there's so many chemicals in the food that I ate before that my body's not used to and rejects. And every Thursday, after Wednesday night church, and it's not the church's fault. They get this food from restaurants, but I feel so bad on Thursdays after worshiping the night before. We feel hungover. Like that's
Yeah. A little headache.
a little headache.
Achy. Yeah.
And I can't help but to wonder how packed those Wednesday dinners would be if, one, the food was served and it wasn't a free for all, like, kind of like back in school days. Two, if everything on the table was healthy for our bodies food instead of the commercial convenience food. I'm just, if you went if y'all ever been to Whole Foods and you go to their not buffet, what is it called? Their salad bar section where you can get the food by weight. If you've never been, it's basically all healthy food. They have vegan dishes, they have vegetarian dishes, edamame, they have tofu, they have all sorts of things, and they're normally very healthy, prepared in a healthy way. And there's no processed foods, from my understanding, that's in that. If we had that type of food offered on Wednesdays, I'm just curious if it would just be just as packed, and two, if people would be just as gluttonous, like if they would just fill up their plates with kale salad and everything. Sourdough cookies or pancakes, etc., are made from the discard. Oh, are we still talking about sourdough? I love it. I tried making sourdough for a while, but it's not for me. And that's something too, honey. Not what, we're not all built the same. It's different for all of us. Somebody said last week that they couldn't do kombucha, but they loved water kefir. I'm like, perfect. So you need to find what works for you. Yeah. But still, if you're just going to eat regular bread, you should do the ancient grains like einkorn versus the junk that they get now in the store. But let's go back to the being gluttonous and treating our bodies actually as a temple of Christ. I mean, when are we doing that? And, that's kind of where some churches, well, and probably most churches, they don't even talk about that kind of topic. They don't. Because I guess they sit there and pick their battles. It's like, I'm filling the church. Yeah. There's a ton of people. They're going to hear the word. The food is secondary. I'm nourishing their souls. That's first and foremost. The food part is secondary. And I completely agree. But should it be ignored? Like, should it never be discussed? I don't think so. Ooh. I'm going there.
You did. I'm not saying anything. I mean, I've been right in the middle of it. I mean,
should we not discuss things because it's uncomfortable?
Well, that's the way I was raised.
Not me, honey. You know me. I'll just put it right out there.
We didn't talk about it. We did not talk about it.
Oh, yeah. We sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, we did. Our whole house was nothing but rugs, and we just swept everything under the rug. Yeah. Nope.
It's true. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. They didn't talk about nothing. They didn't talk about nothing. It was the weirdest thing that I've ever been a part of.
When me and Amber met, she looked at me and she goes, "Oh, honey, you're going to open up."
I pulled that out of him with all the hooks in my arsenal.
You're going to give me everything you got. Just tell me all about it.
It's yeah, that's true. But so I'm the opposite. I guess that's why we balance each other out, because I ain't afraid to say nothing. No. My kids look at me all the time. They're like, I said, I don't care. Yeah. Like, we know. I'm like, I don't care.
I mean, I'll throw something stupid in there every now and then just to be funny, but I mean, I'm not that. Nah.
You need to be bold.
I know, I do.
But then again, maybe we just balance each other out. Would you stop? Goodness. I'm sure we've gone past our 30 minutes talking probably 30 minutes ago.
They're hanging with us, though.
Y'all, we love
got
you
a lot
guys.
of-
Thank you for being part of our
Thanks
coffee
for
chat.
putting up with
But
us.
we need to discuss. Like, I'm going to go back through and read all the comments as soon as we're done, so I can put my eyes on and see what is our. Is there a solution? Where do we start? Where do we start removing the convenience foods and the fast food way of eating and thinking and doing, so we can get back to a better health? And I will tell you this: it's not for naught. It doesn't go unrewarded. When you start feeding your body nourishment and giving your body nutrition, your body reacts. It might react. It might, create a mutiny at first. You might have detoxing. You might have to go through that flu symptoms to get everything out. Sugar addiction is real, y'all, and it's huge. And it is more addictive than cocaine. It has the same effect on your brain as a drug addiction. And it is harder, I think. It was easier for me to quit drinking and smoking than it is for me to quit sugar.
But there will be a mutiny. And another thing,
you really can go from that to this.
This is one thing you can realize too. When you stop eating something that was bad for you, and you totally cut it out of your diet, and if sometimes when you can go back to certain foods, they will have a different effect on you later on. When you reintroduce those back to your body, you can have. What
are you speaking of specifically? Give me examples so I can follow you.
Well, it could be not necessarily gluten, but just.
We'll say gluten.
Well, just say gluten.
Okay, tell me.
You could have a different adverse effect on it. It could have a different effect on your body. Yes. Something else could show up along with the normal symptoms that you used to have.
Oh yeah, well, if you get it out of your system and it's completely out, and you put it back into your system even a little bit, it affects you stronger, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
because I had been there. I was completely gluten-free for 2 years. And I'll just share this story with you, and we'll kind of try to wrap it up because I need to get some more coffee, and I know this joker does.
Yeah.
And then we all need to get started with our Saturday, don't we? We were completely gluten-free for 2 years. I was, because I had gone to the doctor, and I've shared this part of my testimony before, but I'm going to share it again. And I was just feeling really bad all the time. My skin hurt to touch. I was achy all the time. My hands ached. I felt like I had arthritis through every part of my body. And I went to get a checkup. And at the end of the checkup, he literally handed me a brown paper sack, like full of prescriptions and drugs and stuff to take and start. And white paper sack. And I had high cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes, you name it. It was all right there in that one visit. And I said, whoa, I don't want to start taking all those pills. What can I do to be proactive? Now, mind you, this is after my diagnosis. Oh, fibromyalgia. This was after my diagnosis and all my blood work. What were you going to say?
Did he know what to say?
No, he said, what do you mean? And I said, what can I do to not take all of those drugs?
I've never been asked that question.
That's what he told me. He says mind you, my own doctor, my primary care physician, who was with the hospital back in Pawleys Island. It wasn't Tenova. What was it back then? Tidelands. If y'all watch, because we have a lot of people back home that watch this, that join us for coffee. And he had a diet Mountain Dew sitting on his counter, and he was overweight himself. And he goes, and he says, no one's ever asked me that before. Just take the pills and you'll be fine. And I'll see you. I'm going to do a follow-up in a couple of weeks, yada, yada. Well, I went home and discussed this with Timmy, and I was in tears. And I was in my young 40s. I said, how could I have gotten this way? How did I let myself get this way? Basically, because we were healthy before, and I knew better. We ran a farmer's market. And I said, I don't want to take these pills, but they scare you. They said, you just had a baby, you're in your 40s, you'll never make it to 50, you'll die. Do you want your daughter growing up without a mom? Yada, 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 yada. This is what's going to happen if you stay on this trajectory. No, they tell it to you about death, and then they use their family, and just take this. So I started taking them, and it was statins and what was the metformin and all this other stuff. And I had some very adverse effects. I started bleeding all the time. I was miserable. I went and had more tests at the hospital, and finally, they just wanted more pills and more tests. I ended up just taking myself off of everything except for the thyroid medicine. I had hypothyroid disease, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and I can't remember what else, but those were the main ones that did I say high cholesterol? Anyhow, I took myself off of everything, and I quit eating gluten, and I quit eating refined sugars. Just those two changes. That's it. That's all I did at first. And it was night and day. My aching skin, my aching joints. I did end up losing weight because after I started feeling better, I started exercising. And I woke up. I remember it was a slow process, and it's very hard. If you're trying to get rid of gluten and refined sugars out of your life, it's in everything.
Yeah.
Everything. So you have to be very, very diligent about label reading, which in itself is exhausting.
Not to mention how long it takes to get out of your body.
But I remember sitting at the dining room table promising that I would never go back to it because I felt so much different. I couldn't believe how bad it made me feel. Just those two changes. A year later, I had lost 50 pounds, 55 pounds, I think, and no diets other than I cut out gluten and refined sugars. I still had fruit, still had honey, still had maple syrup, but I cut those two things out. I wasn't on any diet plan. I just ate healthy food. That was good. I still ate all the time, still had fettuccine Alfredo, still had burgers. It just looked different. And a year later, I went for all my follow-ups, and he was just like so amazed and so impressed. And he goes, all the meds are working. I said, no. He's like, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, you look at your numbers. You're all normal. This is perfect. And I said, no, I haven't taken those. And he was perplexed.
Yeah.
He was like, what do you mean you haven't been taking them? Well, what have you done? And I told him, I said, I started exercising and eating right. He goes, oh, yeah. He thought all my numbers were perfect because of all those pills they were shoving down my throat.
You should have told him, I quit drinking Diet Mountain Dew. He'd have been, oh.
So that's my story about the gluten. But lo and behold, Amber went back because we moved to Tennessee. It's Tennessee's fault. And we had to live out of a hotel while we were finding land. And guess what those hotels have?
We want to blame something other than ourselves. Yeah.
Well, there wasn't no other option. Well, there was. No, there's gluten literally in everything on that buffet at the hotel. And we were building and didn't have a kitchen for almost a year. Well, I still don't have a kitchen. I got a way to cook, but I still ain't got no kitchen.
When we first moved to Tennessee, and it seemed like every road that we drove down, there was a barbecue cooker beside the road with smoke coming out of it. And I'm like, I'm going to get fat here.
Not you, but anyhow. So that's my little gluten story. So yeah, it has a very traditional gluten, not ancient grains, not fermented, not sourdough, but regular flour has a very bad effect on my body. And it's not, I'm sure it's not everybody, but it's me. So I have to do what's best for me. And gluten is not it, but I'm going to get back there.
I think the combination of the gluten with all the pastas and the bread and plus sugar, I mean, you're probably taking in.
I don't even want to talk about calories. Yeah, it's the chemicals that's getting me.
Yeah, that too. But I mean, if you add all of that together, it's your body just
doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I will say this, and then we're gonna I want to
sign off.
Well, I want to ask them one more active, what they could call to action, an action step is. I was telling our healthy living group last month, I said, if you don't recognize the ingredients, then your body won't either. If you don't, they're like, Timmy, Oh, there's Carrie. Hey, honey.
Hey, Carrie.
Carrie, you need to go back and if you just now joining us, honey, you need to go back and watch the rest of this. I love pasta. You can have healthy pasta. It don't have to be bad. Yeah, you don't have. That's the whole thing. Part of our healthy living group, we joke about this. You do not have to give up everything you feel like you love. You have to have. First of all, you can live with a lot more than you think you can. You can live without a lot more than you think you can. You feel like you have to have this. If you get it out of your system, you realize you don't have to have it, and there's better options out there. Second of all, 9 times out of 10, not 10 out of 10, it might be 8.5 times out of 10. There is a healthy, nutritious version of whatever it is that you're buying that's icky. And it tastes better. You get that out of your system, you'll find that it tastes better. But this is the call to action step that I'm calling the community to go with. Y'all might have already said it in the comments, so I need to go back and look. Where do we start? If our bodies are the temples of Christ and we need to treat them as such, and the foods that we're eating are causing us to be sick, are causing us to have foggy brain, or causing us not to have mental clarity, or causing us to be achy to where we feel like we have, or do you have fibromyalgia, or causing us to have disease, where do we start? Like, can we grow all of our own food? Do we get plugged into an underground bartering market? Do we go to the farmer's market? Do we try to connect with like-minded people to see, okay, you grow tomatoes, I grow cucumbers, you grow this, and let's get together? Do we just shop online at Whole Foods and get them to see if they deliver it? What are the answers to this? Because ignoring the problem is not going to fix it. We can't keep ignoring it. So we need to start somewhere.
Yeah. First, we need to realize that the food industry, we don't have to depend on them 100%.
I don't want to depend on them.
Well, I don't want to depend on them at all either. But I mean,
I know.
Certain
We got a
things
moderation.
you have to get. I mean,
we don't want to stress y'all out by thinking you have to do it all. That's first and foremost. Second of all, we need to get back to how we're supposed to eat. And we'll do this together. I know we can do it. We got a big, huge hive mind here that we can do a collective. We got to start somewhere, though.
I'm feeling good about it right now.
So afterwards,
this moment here, I feel really good about it.
Isn't that something when we get together and have fellowship, how we can start feeding off each other?
Yeah. Let's go make a kale sandwich without the bread.
Folks need to learn to work together. We're not in this alone. Yes, absolutely. That's the one thing, too. I think that's the misgivings and the misconception that I've been talking about in my news. Oh, by the way, if y'all aren't part of the newsletter, find the little link tree thingy that's in the comments on this video and join the newsletter. I really want you to get plugged into that because I'm going deeper into these conversations and more. I don't get sidetracked in my emails about this. And you won't believe the responses I've been receiving by people are going, I'm overwhelmed. I don't fit inside the box. I don't fit in this. I don't know where to go from here. I've tried to do it too much because we're sold for the homesteading world. Oh, you've got to raise your own meats. You got to cook everything from scratch. You got to make all your own cleaners. If you don't, you're not a real homesteader. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no, that's not what we're intended to do. But we do need this community and we do need to work together towards this common goal, because now that we're awake, we're starting to get mad about what they're doing to our food and to our bodies. And let's take that anger about what we're finding out about the truth and turn it into positive, actionable steps. I think we're going to, thanks for putting up with us on that one.
That's good.
Is that good? Is that gold, Jerry?
That's good.
That's gold, Jerry.
That's good stuff. Yeah.
Well, wait, what actionable step are you going to take this week since you feel good right now?
I'm not going to eat any candy or chocolate.
Y'all still with me? We appreciate it. First of all, if y'all still with us having coffee, I'm sure your coffee's done got cold by now. Second of all, let's talk about this for just real quick before we say goodbye. I've said that 3 times. Do you have candy hidden in the fridge still? No. Do you know what he did to the Nutty Buddies last week?
I hid them in the refrigerator.
Do you know where he hid them?
Underneath the
produce.
I saved the last one for Amber.
No. No. It was under a bag of kale
Oh,
in the produce bin.
yeah.
A Nutty Buddy.
I figured that would be a good place.
Do you know where the other part of it was? The empty box was on the shelf.
I left the box on the shelf.
Empty. I went in there because I was just craving chocolate,
Yeah.
y'all. I was craving something bad.
She blamed it on Morgan, and I had to step up and go, no.
Because Morgan was here. And because she kept going, can I have a Nutty Buddy? And so we're giving her Nutty Buddies. I only wanted the one at first.
Yeah.
And I said, y'all can have the rest. But then I wanted one and I saw the box. I went to get the box and it was empty. And flames were coming out of my eyes. And then Timmy, I blamed Morgan. I'm like, Morgan, did you empty this? No. I'm like, Morgan.
Yeah, I was wrong.
And so Timmy got up and he went in the fridge and I heard I heard the vegetable bin open. And I'm like,
yeah.
That's where he hid it.
Yeah.
I ate it too.
It would have been too easy to find in the meat drawer on the right side. So I hid it underneath the kale. I'm like, there ain't nobody going to touch that kale.
I don't even want it in the house. That's where we start. Is we stop buying that crap and put it in the house. If you're saying your kids won't eat blah blah blah, or your kids only eat blah blah blah, do your kids go to the grocery store and buy all the groceries, or do you? Mm-hmm. Y'all, thanks for putting up with us. I know we talked way past our time.
Thanks for putting up with us.
But yeah, when we got something going in your belly and you got to get it out. Yeah. Literally.
Got it out.
Love y'all.
Thanks for watching.